Assalamu alaikum dear students, this is Kamar Sumaira from the Department of English, University of Southern Punjab, Multan. Well, we are here again with another interesting topic for you that is quite helpful for your stylistic analysis. So our today's topic of discussion is different levels of stylistics. So it means what are the different levels through which we can analyze a text from stylistic lens. Well, different levels include phonological level, another one is morphological level, another one would be your semantic or pragmatic level, and then after pragmatics we have syntactic and discourse level. So let's start from the very first level of our discussion, that is phonological level. Well, as the name indicates, phonology studies the combination of sounds into organized units of speech. Through phonology, we consider the superficial level of language at the level of phonemes. So there are some aspects of it such as tone, which contribute to the meaning of an utterance. So it means we are going to analyze the different phonemes and the combination of phonemes that create some effect in some text. For example, alliteration, assonance or consonance that is provided in poetic chunk or any other particular sound in a text, that is a narrative text, to create some special effects. That would be analyzed at this level. So through this level, what is important for us as an analyst or a stylistician, that we have to find out that what are the regular patterns of different phonemes or the sounds that are creating its effect in our text. For example, the sa sounds in some text in the same line in a poetry gives the impression of savage sibilance. Well, this is what we call an evil sound. So definitely it is created by some negative character in the given novel or in the poetry. So it would be having some definite meaning in the text. We are going to explore it, for which purpose that sa sound is produced by the character and what are the interpretation of all of this one sound possible in the given text. Well, the second level is morphological level. As the name again indicates, morphological level is about defining morphemes. That is coming out from the morphology that studies the smallest grammatical unit of the language, which should be meaningful. And its formation, it is very important in the formation of the words. It studies how the words are formed at the level of morphemes. For example, we know what are bound morphemes, what are fixed morphemes, which we call bound morphemes, or what are free or root morphemes. For example, what their grammatical forms are, how the system of gender, number, plural, etc. are formed through morphemes. So its function and why the words form change, we will study through this level. For example, use of prefixes un in unblock, we have two morphemes. Or in mankind, we have two morphemes, man and kind, but still it's making a new one. Darkness and eats, more words to be explored. All are different forms of morphemes, and you may explore it at the level of root and bounds. Third level through which we study any text is graphological level. Well, very, very much important, because we know the construction of some text through graphological level. Graphology means the arrangement of words or the appearance of the text on a page. For example, use of capitalization or avoiding it means where it should be used but the writer is not using it. Also, it could be overemphasis on punctuation. Like in poetry, if it is not needed but the poet is using it, then that graphological level is concerned at stylistic level to be explored. And this is very interesting to note that which punctuation mark is important and giving its expression, which is overemphasizing the meaning in the text or which is providing another interpretation in the given text. For example, if the writer has to use question mark but he is using an exclamatory mark, definitely the meaning of the whole line would be changed according to the expression of the text. So Graphology gives another branch to study at stylistic level, that is graphetics. That is the whole makeup of the text, or how the text is constructed in the form of a format, how the chapters are divided in the novel, how the stanzas are created in some poem. Or for example, in the news construction, if the headline is provided, there must be some subheading of it, but it is not given in the news and directly the details are provided, then again graphetics is concerned for analysis. So graphology and graphetics, they are explored at the same level but with different dimensions. The fourth level is our lexical level. Well, the name again indicates lexical means the lexis, which is the total number of words forms. It means the words in some person's brain or mind to speak out words. So words may be repeated, that is in the form of synonyms, or similar words to be used. Another way of using lexical item in different forms, like using big in place of large, large in place of huge, and huge in place of enormous. So why the writers, why the authors are repeatedly using the synonyms with different expressions, this is the lexical level to be explored. Hyponymy, another way that how the grade of the number in the words are explored, or how the grading of the words can be done from general to specific class. Anaphora, for example, vegetation, grass, leaves, verbal repetition, use of pronouns, these are all the way how the lexical items are explored through stylistic level of analysis. Let's take an example from the rhyme of an ancient mariner. I looked upon the rotting sea, and there the dead man lay, looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead man lay. You know, the lines are from the Coleridge rhyme of the ancient mariner. So what is repeated in this one stanza? You have to explore it. Well, I'm leaving it up to you. The fifth level is syntactic level. Well, syntactic level is grammatical level to be explored, and here we are considered the two approaches, which is our next lecture as well, that how to explore some text through grammatical features it talks about. It concerns with the arrangement of the words in a sentence. It also attempts to describe how these elements function in the sentence. It also studies the description of the rules of positioning of words in a sentence. So it means what words are used by the writer in terms of its grammatical category. So syntactic level at word level may be integrating with lexical level as well for its exploration of the meaning in the text. It also involves the rules of positioning of elements in a sentence, such as nouns, verbs, adverbs, which is your lexical level to be explored as well. Well, next level is our semantic and pragmatic level. Okay, talking about syntactic level, let's talk about that it may be from bottom up or top down approach. We may explore a sentence to the word level, a sentence from a sentence level or sentence category to its word level, and from word to its sentence level. So there comes different stages of its analysis, like word to phrase, phrase to clauses, clauses to sentential, and then sentential to the next level of our debate, that would be our discourse. So in between discourse and word level, we have semantic level or pragmatic level. You are familiar with semantics and pragmatics. Semantics is the study, systematic study of exploring the referential meaning of the text, and pragmatics, it's the study of the connotations what we use with a word. So it means both are necessary to interpret the text from referential to its connotative aspect, or what we call denotation to its connotative aspects. So what semantics is? Semantics deals with the level of meaning in a language. I said referential. For example, how similar or different words are related. It tries to give account of both word and sentence meaning. How it is important, let's talk about how it is important in our stylistic analysis. Well, at referential level, at denotative level, first we discuss what is the actual meaning or the main content of our study. It means the text. What are the main propositions you may explore from the given text? And from connotative, let's talk about what it is. It is your pragmatic concern. It studies both formal and contextual meanings in a text. For example, the use of symbolism and imageries are seen on this level at its signified effects. So, it means these are your contextual and cultural aspects of relating the signs or the words with its connotation or with the societal effects. The use of different colors in ads are also discussed on semantic and pragmatic level. You know, the meaning of the red may be attraction, the meaning of the red may be danger. So, colors would also be explored at the level of pragmatic aspect, where it is used and in which context it is being used by the painter, by the artist, or by the author in the given words. So, it depends how the whole imagery is created by using the words or colors. The last but not the least is our discourse level, which is the most superficial in terms of that these are intersentential links that form a connective passive text at discourse level. And discourse itself is a level of language that is beyond a single sentence. So, it means we are not considering a single sentence over here, but a string of sentences in this one level. So, it is the relationship between sentences, not a single sentence. For example, use of connectives which we call cohesive devices such as and, though, also, but, repetition of the pronouns can also be explored in terms of contextual links, in terms of word repetition. So, let us take an example of our description of the discourse level. For example, if we have a text like, Ali is my best friend, he lives near my home, his father is a doctor. Although he is weak, but he is very hard worker. We play cricket together in evening. So, if we are going to explore all of it, the all pronouns which are being used by the author for Ali, this is given the pronouns, the use of references, or how we are going to substitute the proper noun Ali in terms of he. Also, how the conjunctions are being used by the author, like although, and, but, all of them are the connectors which are developing your text into a form of a paragraph rather than a single sentence. And this is giving you more than one information as well, because the quality of a discourse is not only to be a string of sentences more than a single sentence, but also every new sentence should provide you a new information. So, many aspects can be identified at stylistic analysis level when we are taking this small chunk of an information, like I have just talked about at the end, all the information about Ali. You can explore this one small text or the small strings of these sentences at all levels, as we have talked about, from phonological to morpheme, morpheme to semantic or syntactic, they may overlap, and then to discourse level. We will be having some other lectures on the same debate, that is levels of stylistic analysis, in our upcoming lectures, because then we will be having the text in front of us for analysis. For today, I think this is enough. Till the next lecture, take your time and stay blessed.